This is Wrestling Hub. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report for December 11th. Before we get into the rest of the video, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world of pro wrestling. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at WrestlingHubOfficial, and also follow us on Twitter at Wrestling_Hub. After Ring of Honor announced it would be temporarily closing up shop at the end of the year to rebrand, they would release all of their wrestling talent. Now for their final battle event, Fightful has noted that talent from AEW and Impact Wrestling will be sent to ROH for the show. Ring of Honor's final battle is Saturday night, and ROH is getting some reinforcements coming into the company. In addition to AEW sending Jay Lethal to main event against Jonathan Gresham, one AEW source indicated they believed AEW was sending multiple people, though that has not yet been confirmed. However, Fightful did learn that Impact was allowing at least one significant talent from their roster signed to a full-time deal appear this weekend as well. We'll work to find out more details ahead of the show. Known as Piper Niven on NXT UK, Doudrop made her way to the main roster with a new gimmick alongside Eva Marie, but with Eva Marie no longer in the company, many people, including AEW's Mark Henry, think she should drop the act, with him saying this on Busted Open Radio. "I will not call her Doudrop. It's beneath her. It is absolutely beneath her. She's a person. A Doudrop is a thing, and I refuse to ever call her that. That match against Belair, like, why couldn't she start like that? The hell with all the stuff she did prior to that. She would have had matches like that from the beginning. I don't care how she looks. People can judge people for being plus size. Hell, I was plus size. I knew how to get over, so does she. She can use what she's working with as good as anybody that they've brought up in the last 5 years. And when I say that, yes, I mean everybody that was champion, including Belair. Piper Niven, the one match that she had shows that she can be their equals if she's revered and respected and put in a position where she can work like that every night." Following a live event performance where Jeff Hardy was seen as being sluggish in the ring before leaving through the crowd mid-match with security, the charismatic Enigma is no longer with WWE. Prior to his release, he was offered a chance to go to rehab, which he reportedly turned down. While we wish him all the best during this time, WWE is doing what they can to forget about the star. They recently put up an ad on Twitter showing off a new t-shirt design, which features Hardy in the middle. After realizing this, they put up a new picture, as it now covers Hardy's face. With many wanting to see Jeff in AEW, his brother Matt put up a tweet yesterday hinting at a reunion between the two down the line. Given Sami Zayn will see his WWE contract expire in January along with his friend Kevin Owens, the two are expected to make the jump to AEW. In the meantime, they are still with WWE and are set to be a part of the Day 1 pay-per-view. On his podcast, former WWE star Ryback noted that Zayn should be world champion for a year without getting beaten. "Sami Zayn is one of my favorite wrestlers to watch. I think he is so damn good and so entertaining. I believe Sami could be the star of the show if WWE really invested in him heavily. I would strap Sami on a rocket and put the title on him and let him run his mouth for a year before getting defeated. While becoming world champion in WWE seems like a long shot, Sami could become AEW world champion in the future." When he was a part of WWE in 2006, Mr. Kennedy would go on an undefeated streak, with him later winning Money in the Bank. Still, injuries would sideline the star and derail his momentum. On his podcast, Bruce Prichard noted how he was shocked to learn Kennedy had heat backstage in WWE. "I was not there when that happened and frankly was a little shocked when I read it in that time frame. So I really have no idea what happened. I really don't know if Ken just fell out of favor or if people got the point where you're trying to take him to the promised land, but he simply should not cross the line. So I really don't know what happened there." During a match for the AEW World Tag Team title, FTR would come up short against the Lucha Bros, as the AAA Tag Champs are less than pleased with the result. They provided photos as evidence, with them making their case online for their loss not being legitimate. Cash his foot under the bottom rope. Rope break. God forbid a ref abide by the damn rules around here. Put our lives on the line for almost 20 minutes, and then the ref misses this? Just give us the belts. Frustrated isn't the word for it. This is BS, Tony Khan. You screwed us. Everybody screwed us. Whatever. I'm going home to have a family day, relax, drink tequila, and not think about professional wrestling. If anybody wants to join me not named Tony, come on. In an interview with New York News 12 Long Island to promote AEW Dynamite, Eddie Kingston touched on his Players Tribute article, which brought up his lower moments in life. There's been a couple of rock bottom moments mentally, but there was one that was mentally, physically, and emotionally rock bottom. I had just gotten out of a very bad, toxic, emotionally, and physically draining relationship, and I went back and I tried to mask my feelings through drinking a lot. Like, a lot, and I got in trouble. I got into a little bit of a fight. At my age, I was like, why am I fighting? But I was in a holding cell, and I looked at the holding cell, and I saw some graffiti that I saw when I was 18, and I said, I'm back here at 30 whatever, 6 it was, and I was like, no, something has to change. Either I'm getting out of wrestling or something, but something has to change. I can't do this anymore. So that was definitely the lowest of the low. I'd say it was about years ago, maybe, close to 5. It was just a bad state. Honestly, to tell you, I don't know how I got myself out of it. I just know I had my parents there for me. There was never any judgment from them. They were just like, yeah, well, that's life. Tough it out. We'll help you. But it's still going to be tough. The few friends that I have, because I have a very small circle, very small, the few friends I do have, the ones that stuck by me were like, nah, we got you, let's go. I've been lucky and blessed for that. I've had people turn on me, and I've had people who I thought were good people turn out not to be. But I've been blessed to have at least one friend, my man Homicide. One strong guy that's been there from the get-go and won't go anywhere. Trust me, I've tried to push him away, and he just laughs. Kingston would also note what he told his friend Jon Moxley before the star went into treatment for alcoholism. I told Moxley before he went and did what he had to do, I told him, man, none of this matters. The only thing that matters is your wife and your kid. I don't even matter. You have to do this for them, and I've got your back regardless. Whether you go or not, I'm here. And he was like, okay man. He's very one-word answered with everybody. For someone like Mox, you've got to be able to read between the lines. So when he says, man, okay, you're right. It's not just that. It's the other things he's saying to you. But I'm proud of him. And he's showing everybody, look man, we're all flawed. Men can be flawed. We're allowed to be. But what we're not allowed to be is flawed and not changing, not trying to work for it. That's not right. So I'm proud of him. He's taking the right, healthy steps so he can be around for his daughter. With him previously saying he has intentions to return to WWE, many are curious if Alberto Del Rio will be able to make his way back to the company. At the very least, he is no longer facing charges. Accuser did reveal that the accusations were untrue previously, as Del Rio's PR agent issued this statement. San Antonio, Texas, we want to formally announce that from today, December 10th, 2021, the honorable judicial system of the state of Texas has officially dismissed Alberto Rodriguez, known in the wrestling industry as Alberto Del Rio or Alberto El Patron. Of all the charges presented against him, Rodriguez has been dismissed from all the charges presented against him. We want to thank the Texas judicial system, the United States legal system, the Rodriguez family, Alberto's legal team, his friends, and Lucha Libre Online for always supporting him during this process. It was a long process, but at the end, the truth came to light. Alberto's focus will be to get back to the squared circle he fell in love back when he was a child. Alberto will be restarting his career inside the pro wrestling and combat sports industry. Thank you for your attention. With him being drafted to the Raw brand and training at an off-site facility, Olympic gold medalist Gable Steveson is looking to become a huge star in WWE. In 2019, Steveson and Dylan Martinez were accused. According to the Minnesota Daily, an investigation resulted in no charges filed due to a lack of evidence. Now, a viral tweet has brought these accusations to light, as Steveson reached out to Ringside News to discuss the matter. One of the challenges for me personally, especially over the past several months and years, has been reading the criticisms and attacks on my character by people who don't know me personally and my values. No charges were ever brought by anyone, and the entire episode has been difficult for everyone involved. Going forward, people who don't know me will hopefully see that kindness, respect, and empathy are virtues I take very seriously in my life. this podcast, Ric Flair touched on the time Chris Jericho busted him open in WWE, which led to Jericho getting fined. You recall the time when Chris Jericho picked up the TV monitor and hit me in the head with it? I have never put my hands up in my life for anything except for when it was Bruiser Brody with a chair, because I would just break my hands, but at least it would not break my head. So I did not put my hands up and Jericho hit me with the chair and I got 25 stitches. So Vince fined Jericho 25 grand and told me I should fine you for letting him do it. I said, letting him do what? Vince said, why didn't you bring your hands up? I said, I don't know, but you should have asked me 25 years ago. With Austin Theory having segments with Vince McMahon, many see him as an up-and-coming star in WWE. With Alternative Sport, Theory was asked if he'd rather team up with John Cena at WrestleMania and win the tag belts or retire him. As he replied, gosh, that's a tough one, man. They both sound amazing. But I think for Austin Theory, yeah, he'd have to really not see Cena anymore because I'd have to retire him. I'd have to do it, man. With Theory attacking Finn Balor on Raw this week, it remains to be seen how this match between the two goes down at day one if it comes to that. With his AEW contract up in 2024, MJF has previously stated he will go to whatever wrestling promotion is paying him the most money. On the Throwing Down podcast, MJF talked about potentially debuting for WWE. As he noted, it's funny. A lot of people bring up matches like me and The Miz, like me and Drew McIntyre, like me and Roman Reigns. Can that potentially happen if Tony Khan doesn't shell out the right type of cash? Maybe. And that's why by the year 2024, as I've stated before, it's going to be the greatest bidding war in the history of our sport. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.